much as all of us miss Maury, anyone who knew him certainly, and anyone who saw him knew him, because no matter what he was playing, there was so much more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was that kind of guy. You guys worked with him so closely, and as devastated as I know I was, and anybody who knew him, it just must have been mind-boggling when it happened.
It was, yeah. I mean, do you want to start? Should we go chronologically?
We were. Well, no, we can all talk about our first impressions. I mean, it came out of the blue because Maury had not been well, and we'd sort of gone through a second season with him, but he was on the mend. Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the mend. So when we got the call, and we all climbed on a conference call from wherever we were, I was in Ottawa. I think Brooke, you were at home, and Jesse was in Montreal, and yeah, it was just awful.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
Because he was so key to the show right out of the box.
Absolutely.
You were all satellites around this estimable presence. So then, you make the decision to stop or go ahead, and obviously stopping was not, it was an option, but I don't think you ever seriously considered just giving it up.
I think if we had not found a way to stay with the show in the way that we liked it,
Then it
I don't think there was like an imperative.
Yeah.
But the thing is, once we sort of had a chance to breathe and grieve a little bit, this light bulb went off with the writers and myself, which was that it's a family.
Yeah.
How do deaths happen? Well, they don't happen in nice, predictable. Well, we've got 4 episodes until it was like. So the idea of going with the sudden death of Sam Blecker. And that's what I like about the first episode. Personally, I like the stories that everybody thinks they're going somewhere else that day. And then
that happens.
And Wendell, I mean, my
She's
God, what an incredible performance.
Here we go again. Goosebumps.
Yeah, really.
You see it?
And through that whole episode, again, I don't want to ruin it for people who watch it January 15th. But just the way she plays that, it's just so internal and yet so vivid and visceral and just raw.
She's so incredibly talented, and I know she was the closest with Maury. She had knew Maury before and had the cast.
She moved to New York when she was 17, and he was the first friend she made.
So they've been friends for quite a while now, and I know for her, obviously, it affected her greatly. It affected all of us greatly. The biggest thing about obviously his passing is that his physical presence isn't there, which was such an important thing. Obviously, I mean, he injected such adrenaline and energy into every scene he was in. I remember doing scenes around the kitchen table. Maury would come down and with his great kind of eccentric and so true energy and help us out. But the fact is, even when he was gone, especially in those first 3 episodes, he's still so much there. That energy is so much there. And I think we all felt it, and it was great. And and as the season goes on, it's definitely not forgotten. I mean, the ripples of it are felt throughout the season, closest to our hearts because of Maury, and it's also closest to my heart, so to speak. And I think it was my favorite in the end. I guess maybe because it was such a adventure going down there after it happened. We weren't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure. I was like, is this going to be our worst season? I said, I know we can rely on the writers, but how are we going to be? How are we going to handle it? And after seeing some stuff, I think it's my favorite, in spite of the fact that we don't have more.
I think the outcome was definitely even more than any of us anticipated. It's just a beautiful outcome, and I feel very proud of it.
Absolutely.
For Maury.
And it's great as much as it's about you guys. It's about Maury.
Absolutely.
I mean, Maury is there.
Absolutely.
Always the underlying
Maury
tone.
is totally there,
For sure.
and that's great to see because the legacy he leaves behind of work is phenomenal.
Speaks
But
for
again,
Endless.
you guys know better than anyone. So, so thank you for that.